Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the only podcast in India where we bring a new founder on every episode to talk about their journey and their story of building a startup. And today we have with us Rahul Gupta, who is the co-founder of BlackNGreen, which is a provider of AI and digital solutions to clients across the world. And he has also recently founded another venture called Nexiva, which is an agentic AI platform for customer support. Hi, Rahul. Welcome to ELI.
Hi, Priya. Happy to be here.
So to start with, Rahul, can you start by introducing yourself to our audience? Tell us a bit about your background, what all work you have done over the years prior to entrepreneurship. When did you start thinking about entrepreneurship? And tell us a little bit about your venture as well.
Sure. So I did my computer engineering in 2004. I was not such a good student,
Mhm.
but uh, always very innovative. My first job was in Spice Telecom. I created a lot of interesting products, solved a lot of problems,
Mm.
uh, learned a lot about telecom and how the world works. Then I joined Romeware in Gurgaon. Again, telecom gave much deeper insights about core technologies and how everything works.
Mhm.
Again, did a lot of innovation, lot of new products, lot of improvements in existing ones. And all this while, I always had something that I want to do something on my own, but I didn't know where to start because I'm coming from a family of doctors and
Mhm.
no one was there to guide me. So I decided to do an MBA to learn how to start a business, which was, you know, not so good from just learning the basics of starting the business were not really something which I took out of my MBA.
Mhm.
But the desire was very deep and I had a lot of interesting ideas. So, finally, with one good idea, I thought that, okay, it's time to start my own on my own.
Okay.
And in 2008, after 4 years of working and 1 year of MBA, I started Black and Green.
Mhm.
And the whole idea, even when I started, was, I'm going to create a global company. We're going to reach out to the entire world. We're going to create some very interesting products and create a culture of innovation within the company.
Mm.
And, and I bootstrapped the company.
Okay.
Me and my co-founder, like we were the coder, developer, sale guys, operational guys,
Mm.
deployment guys, all of things we did. And we were dealing with telcos, our target audience was telecom operators. So it was a bit difficult, for some young kids to try to sell to large telecom operators. But our product was very powerful and we were able to enter and grow very, very rapidly.
What all
Even
products can you go a little deeper on into that?
so in the beginning, it was, like a loan solution where, today 40%, at that time, maybe 50% of the callers didn't have money to make the call,
Mm.
right? They would hear, when they try to attempt a call, they'll hear you don't have enough balance, kindly recharge and call back again,
Right.
right? So there were like billions of calls getting wasted on the network, which didn't generate money for telcos. We decided why not take such calls and offer a loan option on the call, right?
Mm.
So instead of this, we offer you take a 10 rupees loan by pressing one and instantly loan is processed. So we did, this kind of service, which became massive revenue generator for telcos.
Mm-hmm.
We did, a voice changing service, which was a fun service like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, and whatnot. You can talk to people in those voices, and that became a massive global hit. Actually, you know, uh, one of our very very successful service again, 50, 60 countries it went live in, and then we had roaming products, gaming products. So philosophy was we will create one product
Mm.
uh, and mature it, run it for 2 years, and within those 2 years we'll create one more product, right? So every 2 years, 3 years, we'll create one amazing product, and then either sell it to our existing telco base or find new
Mhm.
markets with that product.
Got it.
And the whole cycle was pretty good. The journey was amazing. Today, we are a pretty large team
Mhm.
present in 80 countries. Some of the largest telcos still never took in external funding from anyone. Uh, and so now, so the journey continued. And so when ChatGPT happened, I really felt in love with ChatGPT when the first time I uh, interacted with it. I thought that the world has changed.
Mhm.
So we decided as a company to really all of us start focusing on what can we do around this technology. So one thing for last 12, 14 years, we were masters of handling millions of calls on our BlackNGreen side. So the
Mhm.
platforms and everything were there. So we wanted to combine AI and telephony domain,
Okay.
right? So the first solution which we did was, because AI understands everything, we
Mhm.
offered AI on a phone call.
Mhm.
So anyone can call and talk to AI. So this
Okay.
solves a big gap in Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia, where there are no smartphones.
Mhm.
Okay. So now anyone, imagine he doesn't need anything and he can speak in his local language and get any question answered. Right.
Mhm.
So we were bridging the digital divide, and there were like hundreds of millions of people around the world who, like, till today, 45% people are not having smartphones. And
Mhm.
Africa, this is like 60% population. So, so this was our first service. It's deployed in many, many telcos. Many African telecom operators and Asian operators have taken up this service. We handle millions of calls daily on this.
Mhm.
But then we wanted to do something more, right? Uh, so we decided, okay, one big pain point is customer care. Everyone is tired of calling and waiting, and enterprises spend a huge amount of money on setting up customer cares, and still customers are not happy. When you call, you never get attended by a good agent, or you have to wait a lot, and they hide the agent behind the IVR menu, right?
Right.
So, with that premise and with our experience in telecom and building this product, we jumped into the customer care domain.
Mhm.
And pretty interesting journey, I would say. For last 6, 8 months have been a lot of interesting stuff, interesting products, a lot of learnings, and but we saw a huge appetite in Indian market for the product.
Mhm.
So since BlackNGreen was very telco focused, we decided to start Nexiva, which can be a global company in customer care solution space, which offers outside telcos also, right? Because BlackNGreen, we didn't want to disturb the whole ecosystem of a very telco specialized company.
Right.
So we built this new company, Nexiva, and we have a great, beautiful product now. It's being admired. It's amazing. We have fixed a lot of the issues which today almost 80% of the AI implementations are failing
Mhm.
because there are a lot of unknowns. LLM doesn't behave properly. The language spokens are not perfect. There are a lot of, you are actually working with a black box
Correct.
in terms of LLM. So a lot of these implementations are failing because of so many reasons and whatnot.
Mhm.
But luckily, we have passed that stage of learning and reiterating and fixing the system where our product is very mature, is
Mhm.
being loved by enterprises around the world. And yeah, so this is the basic premise. And now with Nexiva, we plan to be, really, the product has matured to the level where, we are now taking it at a global scale.
Got it. I remember a time when I was playing around with a tool called Exotel, where I
Mm,
was setting up the IVR menus for my company.
mm,
This was the year 2017, if I remember correctly. So these solutions have been around
mm,
before, like even 10 years before it was there, but they were
mm,
very primitive. One
mm,
interesting thing that has happened, especially this year, I believe, is when the AI voices have become so humanly that you can
mm.
a layman cannot distinguish between a real human voice and a AI voice. They have
Yeah.
become real time. There is no latency.
Mm,
They have become very humanly, especially in languages like English and all the major languages, even Hindi also. They have
yeah.
already cracked the code. Like you cannot
Mm,
distinguish. What would you
mm,
say on that? How that changes the game? I see companies are removing their customer support teams because only thing that customer support was doing was bring a human touch to the angry customers, but that is not required anymore. Like you can lay off most of the customer support people. AI can handle most of the calls. Only if there is a complexity in the query, it can be
mm,
directed to a human. What
mm.
would you say on that?
100%. You know, see, another thing which I tell customers is, when you talk to a customer care guy, you know, all customer care guys are not the same. You have very good guys, average guys, and, not so good guys,
Hmm.
right? But with AI, what we are doing is we are training our AI based on the inputs of the best agent, best
Hmm.
customer care guys. So once that's done, so if let's say you have 500 people and you have like 20 good agents, now all 500 of AI agents can be as good as your 20 agents.
Right.
So that's something fantastic, right? And second, humanly voices are so amazing. And
Hmm.
so now we are choosing some of the really, really amazing voices, and which are soothing, which are calming by its own nature, which people actually love talking to. So
Hmm.
these are again some other nuances apart from which we can deploy on scale,
Hmm.
right? So all 500 agents, let's say talking like for example, some very soft voice, or for example, let's say Shah Rukh Khan voice. Not
Right.
literally Shah Rukh Khan, but I'm just saying. So someone whose voice is very pleasing, very pleasant, you can put that up.
Hmm.
And it definitely changes the game, right? So for enterprises, it saves a lot of money.
Hmm.
Imagine you have to run a 500 customer care. You have to have seatings, you have to have computer, laptops, cab services, taxi services. If
Right.
you keep piling on the costs, there are so many other costs other than just per seat cost, right?
Hmm.
So cost is a saving. Training, you don't need to train. AI agent can be trained in matter of minutes.
Hmm.
Imagine uh, training your entire staff on a new product launch.
Hmm.
So AI can be trained in minutes. So those are definite advantages. And 24 cross 7 agents are available. They don't, AI agents, they don't take Saturday, Sunday offs. They don't
Hmm.
need breaks. So all those things, if you pile up for enterprises, becomes a big thing. And having a humanly voice really changes the game.
Got it. And what about languages? I think all the 11 labs of the world or OpenAI has.
Almost solved. 11 labs has almost solved the problem of languages, but still, it's not capturing. So the voices sound very real,
Mhm.
but the input text, the LLMs are not very mature to speak to, as an input LLM would get a language from an LLM would output a certain text which 11 labs would speak.
Mhm.
So speaking is solved, but the
Okay.
output is still dicey in certain languages.
Mhm.
Like Arabic has so many variants. Then little bit word nuances are still not fixed.
Hmm. For
My own.
example, India has like, let's say, 30 or 40 major languages which people speak.
Hmm.
I think only Hindi is properly cracked as of now. I have listened to some
Yeah.
quite good Hindi
Hmm.
AI
Hmm.
models, but
No, we have, we understand and we have solved this issue. It's not such a simple issue to solve,
mhm,
so we have solved it for a lot of Indian languages and also other languages. It's not natively solved right now by LLMs. You have to do a lot of work to make the Hindi sound like proper Hindi, Punjabi sound like proper Punjabi. 11 labs can do it, but
hmm,
if it's not given a proper input, 11 labs won't be able to crack it, right?
right,
So there is still 1 year more, I feel, of optimizations left, where they will get even better at really cracking this code. Although it is very good today, very
got
very good today. But today we still have to onboard a language. It takes us, at least a week to 10 days of fine tuning to onboard a language. I think that complexity will go in another 1 year or 1.5 years.
got it. What will happen to the people who were working on these job profiles, like a customer support agent or a
It's
tech?
a very tough. That's that line. It's tough. I don't have any other. If someone was relying for their career on being a customer care agent, I think it's time they uh, completely start looking out, because within 2-3 years, it's not going to exist anymore. It's a time they upskill, they find something else, they learn something, they can upskill within their own ecosystem, because you can't replace it, can't be 100% AI, and human can't be out of the loop. So
Mhm,
there will still be 20% agents which would be needed.
mhm,
So now all the 100 people have to figure out whether they can come to that 20%. Are they so good at their work that you know they can excel in being in that 20%,
mhm.
or the rest of the 80% really need to figure out and upskill and move away from this industry. This is my very clear, very honest feedback. uh, it's maximum 3 more years. It's the adoption cycle. Everything will mature, and it's maturing at a very rapid pace.
Hmm.
If we don't do it, someone else will do it. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So sometimes I feel that, okay, am I the bad guy doing this?
Hmm.
But then I realize, this is the shift which is happening
Correct.
and will happen. There is no stopping now. You know.
Hmm.
So, and there are a lot of employment which do happen in India through this. My honest advice would be, this wouldn't be there.
Yes, I think this affects India more than any other country.
No, no, there are others also. Philippines is also there. It's one of the major outsourcing. A lot
Hmm.
of the outsourcing does happen in Philippines. For Arabic, it is Egypt. So, there are these pockets around the world which have been back offices, not just India. So
Hmm.
the impact is going to be huge. Uh, Even there are a lot of customer care centers even in developed countries, although though very expensive. But with so much advances happening and we creating those advances every day, our engine, our platforms are becoming easier, simpler, smarter, much more smarter. Like I'm
Hmm.
telling you, 1 month back, what our platform could do, what today it can do, and what our next month release can do is so dramatically different.
Got it.
So we are making it easy for even very large enterprises to offload their customer care on our platform in matter of days. not
Hmm.
even months I'm talking. So we are making our system so smart that, extremely complex workflows can be deployed very, very quickly.
Hmm. We just spoke about the customer care. That's just one small segment of what AI is automating. AI is disrupting video. So, video models like Sora have gone so better that very soon movies can be made with the Sora. Real movies which can be played on a IMAX screen can be made with Sora. And commercials, I think the job of commercial builders like some ad agencies who are having a lot of creative people who are shooting ads, I think that that job is completely gone. So what did you say, like, is AI going to create more jobs every time a new technology has come around? I think although it has disrupted the space, it has also created new jobs. You can take example of computers, take example of wheels. When wheels were invented, or motorbikes were invented, it created new jobs as well, right? But uh, with AI, I cannot say the same. It's not creating as many new jobs.
New jobs, I agree with you. See, we today that's not an issue, to be honest. I have thought about this a lot. I don't see this issue being there for next 2 3 years. In fact, it's a biggest opportunity for people uh, to make money.
Hmm.
Okay, so I understand that the job of a videographer or a director is at stake,
Mhm.
but understand that there are people who upskill themselves, who were earning X, but now are earning 4X. Literally saying 4X because they upskill themselves and they know how to use Sora. They know how to use, these video editors by Gemini, right? So it's not like everyone can use it. But right now, today, I'm telling you, until the models improve so much that you think and it creates a movie, you
Hmm.
know, that stage I don't see for next 3 4 years.
Okay.
Now, what happens? There are two kind of people. One person says, oh shit, what do I do? What do I do? I can't do anything.
Hmm.
And there's one person who says, oh my God, this is fascinating. I'm
Mhm.
going to go and learn the heck out of it.
Hmm.
And I will increase my market value by so many times because now I will be able to do a job of four video guys much better than them and much faster than them.
Right.
So, ad agency, which you said, will come and said, okay, I don't need these four people. I want one person. You please come and do my work,
Hmm.
right? So now it's up to those four people to upskill themselves.
Got it.
Correct. So if you are gonna just sit on the sidelines and say wolf has come and so you can keep crying wolf, or to be honest, for people, it is the biggest opportunity of their lifetimes. Biggest, and I am, you know, uh, and I see people even within my company. There are some people who are so gung ho, with AI, cursor, AI development tools, and whatnot.
Hmm.
And some people are so reserved on, oh no, what will we do, what not we will do, and so there are always these two kind of people. And so I keep telling, if you are on this side, your job is at problem. If you are here, you are master of the universe, at least next few years, which I see.
Hmm.
I can't predict uh, like beyond 3 4 years, at least for now. If the concerns about AGI coming true and literally, you know, uh, doing anything and everything,
Hmm.
uh, you know, is able to understand, but it's not so near in future. But I still foresee that people who this is the opportunity of a lifetime for uh, people, for founders, for startup people, for employees who want to seek jobs. I don't think there has been ever a better time, at least till that since am alive. Because today, founders like me want experts like them, which are
Mm,
not available.
got it. Um, Speaking about the kind of people who are excited about all these new happenings, I think in other words, wouldn't you say these are kind of entrepreneurs themselves? So it's a entrepreneurial mindset. Like you see opportunities when others are seeing problems. So do you think AI will sort of push everybody to become entrepreneurial in nature, and entrepreneurship is going to be the new job of the future?
Can be, it does enable entrepreneurship a lot. I'm not saying it will push everyone to be entrepreneur, but it does make it very simple for budding entrepreneurs to create something which they want to create. So
Mhm.
they don't have to rely on a lot of people. They can leverage AI to do work of 40, 50, 60, 100 people if they are able to set up the system and processes well enough, right? If they're able to, leverage a lot of tools which are available today. But I wouldn't say it's mandatory or it will push. See, entrepreneurship is something, not everyone is excited about it.
Mm.
It's so if I am excited doesn't mean everyone is excited. Entrepreneurship doesn't mean everything is rosy, right? It is a
Right.
lot of hard work, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anxiety, a lot of pain.
Mm.
And it's not easy. So, and I don't see any harm. Uh, so uh, y- everyone has different tastes and liking, right? There's
Mm.
nothing good or bad. So, uh, and entrepreneurs would need people, and it's not like any entrepreneur mindset person will only adapt to AI. No, no, I don't think so. There are people who, so I don't see a correlation, to be very honest. Uh,
All right.
s- hmm,
The next thing I want to discuss is about the other side of argument. Like let's think the think it from a different perspective, where people are saying AI is not really that impactful. Recently, a MIT report came out where Fortune 500 companies are not finding value in AI implementation. Almost 95% of AI implementations are failing. Uh, AI is not really a game changer. Like even today, also the kind of code AI generating is all crap. It's not deployable. Has vulnerabilities around security. Uh, so AI is good at generating a lot of things, but they are not really useful more in most of the cases. Uh, so what did you say?
Eventually, Priya, eventually, we are on a path, right? Uh, See, the internet revolution was not built on year one,
Hmm.
but it did change the world, right? If you opened Amazon.com in 2000 or 2001, it's not what it is today, right? So, so I completely agree with MIT study.
Mhm.
Uh, AI does generate a lot of crap,
Mhm.
but there is a way of using AI, to be very honest. And it will just keep getting better and better and better.
Okay.
Correct.
But then,
So
why people are saying that AI is a bubble? There is a valuation bubble. Even the founder of OpenAI is saying that. So, I mean, is there a merit to that?
I have, it's a very interesting question. I'm very pro AI.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there is a bubble. There's a bubble where a bubble forms when everyone is so excited about the AI buzzword that without proper, anything which starts having AI, uh, starts attracting billions of dollars in investments, right?
Mm.
So there is no proper due diligence which is done before investing, and anything which says I am AI today,
Right.
it just goes up by 200%, and that is happening. So that sort of bubble is forming
Mm.
where non-credible companies are getting a lot of
Mm.
money in their this thing, and which from which 80-85% will fail.
Mm.
So that bubble is there. But
Right.
what about rest of 15%?
Correct.
That's not gonna be a bubble. Now, if you're talking from a stock investment objective, is it the right time to be staying invested in the companies? It's again a call of long term versus short term,
Mm-hmm.
right? Long term, AI is the winner. Short term, this bubble might burst. And with this burst, some of the even known names might come down.
Right.
But having said all of that, being in this AI domain and working with it, it's that adoption cycle. It's where the products will improve, everything will improve. It is not so easy today, to be very honest. Chatting is the easiest thing to do
Mm.
with ChatGPT, but it will still take few years, 1 year, 2 years, to for it to be so simple to actually be understood by people to use it effectively. So the problem is not with the LLM capabilities.
Mm.
It is using it in an environment of an enterprise is not so easy today.
Right.
And the knowledge and awareness of that aspect within the enterprises, within the organizations is not there. Okay. So it's not the LLM problem,
Mm.
to be very honest. It's the problem of people using it effectively. And trust me, it's a cycle. I don't know why with humans, when there is something so amazing which is there,
Mm.
but it will take time. And that's the place where, passionate entrepreneurs can fulfill that gap,
Correct.
right? And there's a huge gap, to be honest. The
Right.
capability is there, you know, but we, so I don't have any issues with AI. AI is, whatever MIT is saying is also true. But
Mm-hmm.
the reason is not LLM or AI behind that. The reason is people who are using, implementing, that whole cycle has to mature. And it might take again 1 year, 1.5 years, and it's a great opportunity for entrepreneurs to fulfill this gap,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, I think AI is being used as a marketing gimmick as well. Every year, a new form of AI comes. Like last to last year, it was generative AI. Now it's agentic AI. Then there is AGI, which is coming probably next year onwards. Everybody will start talking about
But
AI.
there is, Priya, there is serious evolution. Agentic AI is, something fascinating. But again, what I'm saying is it's not easy. To be very honest, people and companies are discovering and exploring and building theses and building and learning and, trying something new, and something sticks and something doesn't stick, you know. So, uh, uh, imagine uh, within one day, there was something which was in my mind, and my team was pretty busy doing
Mm-hmm.
something. And I said, okay, I'm going to explore and do. Within one day, I could literally do a work what ideally 3 years back, a team of 40 people would have taken 2 months to do.
Wow.
And I was blown away. Last 1, 2 days, I personally tried to do something, work something, and I figured out, I'd never had such deep experience. And I figured out that by doing it myself, there are still issues. There are so many knowledge gaps of using AI effectively,
Mm,
developing these agents effectively. So,
mhm,
uh, even prompt engineering is a great art until you know how to use LLM effectively.
mm,
The output can vary dramatically from one to another. And similarly, people who are developing applications, the basic things sometimes prompt engineering is not done well. Agentic has so many components to it,
mm.
and the learning curve is not there. It's a steep learning curve.
Right.
So everyone will learn by trial, hit and trial, embrace it, not embrace it. But ultimately, all these buzzwords, these agentic and all, it's not like they're just buzzwords.
Mm,
There is real value, but the adoption cycle is a little bit big, a little bit complicated, a little bit huge. And, humanity has to uh, really shake itself. The developer community has to shake itself and, really adopt it. But
mm.
again, that is where entrepreneurs and new companies always evolve, right?
Right.
There is this something which new shiny comes up.
Mm,
uh, there is a lack of adoption in the current ecosystem. Current companies don't want to change their way of working. Current people don't want to change their way of working. And then there's a huge gap which is created. And then there are these bunch of entrepreneurs, smart people who figure out this gap, who try
mm.
to fulfill this gap. And then ultimately they push everyone to follow along.
Right. So, agentic AI, I think it's a very interesting concept. Not just a concept. Like you mentioned, it's a real thing. I've also have good experience with agentic AI. I've been using the cursors or cloud code in my terminals. Uh, so one interesting example that I have is while I was doing coding, I gave the coding agent all the permission, and it started doing something which was not expected. For example, deleting files from my computer, which really happened. And I got scared of how agentic AI can sometimes do blunders. Like you must have heard a replit agent sort of deleted a enterprise software completely, wiped out the database of entire customer base. So don't you feel scared of agentic AI? Is it not a giving too much power to a system that we do not understand?
That's the issue. We don't understand how to use the system, right? That's where the huge gap lies. So people are finding this problem and fixing this problem, right? There are guardrails in place. There are things which you could properly do, and then you can. So the problem is if you write, and I see this problem everywhere. They think AI is this super human intelligent stuff which can go inside your brain and
Hmm.
understand everything which is happening in your mind, and you write one line to it, and rest everything AI would scan your brain and understand.
Hmm.
And when it misbehaves, you say you are bad. And this is a chronic problem. This is a very chronic problem, and that's where I say there is a huge gap on how to really use the LLM. Right?
Hmm.
LLM is not that great. It's a It's a very strange thing, LLM, It's like, uh, how do I say? It's like, you tell it that, okay, drive the car from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
It will just do it, right? If you don't tell it that, look, if there is a tree on the way, don't hit the tree,
Mm-hmm.
it won't know that. It
Right.
will do from A to B in the best possible manner. But if you don't tell it to stop at the tree, it will ram in the tree,
Right.
right? But people think that AI will understand automatically that, okay, there's a tree and I should not bump into the tree. They forget to tell it, right? So the more you forget to tell AI what to do and what not to do and how to do, we are so lazy that we want to write just one line, two line, four line, and we expect it to do some magic.
Mm-hmm.
So so of course, I a lot of times think that LLMs, there is nothing which is stopping LLMs today to have back and forth with the person and try to work out something which solves its problem better. But I think it's problem of compute tokens and such features are not available, and I see a gap in that sort of usage. Even cursor, there are my friends and companies who are able to get 80% working code out of cursor.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a way to use it, right? There is a lot of prompting, there is a lot of work. We will want cursor to say that, okay, okay, write me a program which can edit my videos and do this. And, we'll want to write this much work to cursor and expect it to create magic out.
Right.
But that won't happen. At least for next 2 3 years, that won't happen. And that is where we really need experts and masters of cursor also,
Mm-hmm.
because cursor itself is a big demon. To really get quality output from here is not easy. But
Mm-hmm.
once you master the art, you can do work of 20 30 people.
Correct.
Imagine how much salary can you demand in market.
Yes.
So there is one engineer who doesn't know how to use cursor, and he will write some blob code and say request and expect the output to come. There's
Mm-hmm.
someone who has mastered the art of cursor. He can he can demand his value.
Got it. So finally, this is the last question before we close. Uh, and this is in most of the interview, I ask this question to the founders who come to our podcast. How do you define the concept of entrepreneurship? So I think this particular answer has changed because of AI. Earlier, probably 2023, and prior to that, founders would say that it's the art of bringing together people, bringing resources like funds from the investors, finding a gap in the market and all. Do you think that has changed with AI? Like today, if somebody has the ability to use AI in an effective way, he can probably find out gaps in the market with AI, probably write a software to solve that problem with AI, and use AI to do marketing, generate videos, and social media posts using AI, and like you are doing, add a customer support agent to answer the queries of the customers and so on. So is it the new entrepreneurship? Would you define entrepreneurship like that?
No, that's the way you accomplish your goal, which is made simpler by AI, a lot simpler. And these all things can be done, right? All of this can be done. But the question is who wants to do it, right?
Mm.
So of course, if someone is passionate about, what is he passionate about, right? Just being an entrepreneur, and he wants to solve any problem which comes his ways, fine, do all the cycle which you said and be extremely passionate about it. And, of course, you can be, it's that passion which is there, right?
Mm.
It's passion of either being an entrepreneur to solve any problem which it takes to be his own, to do something on his own, or extreme passion of solving a particular problem which he has already identified, and then using AI and all the tools to really shortcut the entire cycle and the journey, and can be done with much lesser capital, and
Mhm.
everything can be done by AI, right? You can have 100 member, like I
Agent.
said, I could do like 40 people work in one day.
Mm.
So it's, I think entrepreneurship still, these AI will help anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur do it in an easier way.
Mm. It's like fast tracking the entrepreneurship process.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the concept of entrepreneurship has to come from a very different space. AI will just enable it. You know, the intent of doing something and the passion of doing something, is the primary driver. AI is the enabler.
All right. So on this note, we have come to the closure of the session. Thanks for joining us, Rahul. Pleasure to have you on our platform, and our best wishes for the current venture and the upcoming venture that you are building.
Sure, Priya. Pleasure was mine. You asked some very interesting, very deep questions. Very happy spending time with you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul.